Hey guys, get ready with me whilst I tell you my birth story. I'm going to miss quite a lot of backstory for the sake of the video, but let's start from around 3 weeks before I was due to give birth. So when you're pregnant, you obviously have your due date, which is an estimated arrival date for your child. Obviously it's just an estimate, so you can have your child anywhere, like, in fact you can have your child anywhere. Like, obviously God forbid you want to have your baby full term, but you can literally have your baby at any time. It's literally so scary. Around 35 weeks I went for my routine check, which obviously you just have back-to-back appointments towards the end of your pregnancy. Bear in mind I was classed as a high-risk pregnancy due to my Crohn's. If you don't know what Crohn's is, please just ask people. Just type in Crohn's disease and let you know. So yeah, I was classed as high risk, so they wanted to check me every single week when it was coming towards the end of my pregnancy. And that day, for some reason, everything was just different. Like, I went in, usually you have to pee in a little pot, and then, you know, you give your pee to the nurses, and then you just go and talk to a midwife. But today, they sent me to a doctor, and I knew something was up, because why send me to a doctor? You don't always send me to a doctor, you don't usually send me to a doctor. So why send me to a doctor today? I already knew that, I already knew something was me. Usually I'm someone that's prepared. Like, I prepare for things early, I'm very organised, and like put together really, but in my pregnancy I just didn't have the energy to be me, basically. So anyway, I went into the doctor's office, and long story short, she basically told me that I had to have the baby the following week. Guys, do you think I was ready to have a baby next week? I wasn't even ready to have it in the 4 weeks I had left, or 5 weeks I had left, much less the next week. So obviously me being pregnant and me just being me, because I'm emotional anyway, I just broke down in tears, because what do you mean I have to have the baby next week? And it's not fun. So the reason was because they said that I had excess fluid. So obviously, you know, babies are in the sac and they're supposed to drink the amniotic fluid, but my baby just wasn't drinking it. I don't know why. Every day I asked him, like, why wasn't you drinking it? Like, why wasn't you drinking it? Obviously he can't answer me, but I don't know why he wasn't drinking it. So obviously after watching all of like Mama Dinya's like videos and that, I kind of like not knew my rights, but like I knew like what to say and all that kind of stuff. So I basically refused inducement. Like I said no, like I'm not having the baby next week. I wasn't in a position to have the baby in the following week, so I said no. And the doctor said yes, I have every right to say no. Obviously it was worth a think about, because what's the point keeping the baby in excess fluid when you can just have him out? And bearing in mind I was actually like towards the end of my pregnancy. So obviously the doctor could tell that I was very worried. She basically just reassured me that like it's cool, like this is a normal thing, this is things that happen. But you know when you're pregnant and like you hear certain things, when you don't really know the meaning, you just assume that it's bad. Obviously it's not good to have excess fluid, but the good thing is that your baby can come out. Do you know what I mean? Like you can have the baby, that's the good thing about it. So then me and the doctor just basically agreed that I'm gonna keep coming in during the week to have multiple scans to make sure that he's drinking the fluid, and if he isn't, then obviously it's better to have him out than in, and then, you know, risk something bad happening. So eventually I came in for another scan, and they basically told me that it's got worse. He's not drinking the fluid and there's nothing I can do about it other than have him. So like I said, I wasn't prepared that week. I just ended up like running around to Primark, getting my birth bag ready, getting my pajamas ready, getting his clothes ready for when he arrives, getting the place set up for when he arrives, like, you know, sorting out his cot. Guys, don't ask me I didn't do that from before, but like I said, I thought I would have had 4 to 5 weeks left, which actually shows that, like, guys, when you're pregnant, the minute you pass 5 months, 6 months, start preparing, because you never know, literally, you never know when the baby's coming. Once I was prepared, well, barely, once I was prepared, I went into the hospital, and I went in on a Monday, and that was the day that I was going to be induced. I was induced with something called a pessary. Again, Google it if you're not sure what it is, but it's just like a small thing that they push, obviously, up your vagina to, like, start the labour, like, start the contractions, sorry. Like, if I don't get some of these words correct, obviously, I'm not a doctor in it, so I'm just saying how I thought it went. I was told that the pessary is supposed to kickstart contractions after 4 hours. Bearing in mind, guys, within 30 minutes, I felt those contractions. I was saying it to the doctor. This is what I don't like about doctors and what do you call it, these healthcare people. I was telling them that I'm feeling contractions, but you say they were like, oh yeah, you're not gonna feel it till 4 hours, and I was feeling it in 30 minutes. They were basically like, no, those are not contractions. I was like, babe, I'm in pain. I'm in pain right now. You're telling me I can't feel it. Do you know what that feels like? You know when you're feeling something, someone's telling you can't feel it. Like it's like when someone's screaming in your head and they're telling you it's not tight, but it's on your head. It's tight, bruv. It's tight. Well, that could be crazy. But anyway, so they put me on a monitor now. That's the strap thing that goes around your belly, and they can see that I'm having contractions. So they're like, okay, cool. Let's call the doctor, because you're having contractions too close back to back when you're not even meant to be having contractions till maybe tomorrow. So they called the doctor, and the doctor said to remove the pessary from obviously my private parts. So the doctor's then removed it, and he's telling me that, yeah, he's not giving me a break because I'm contracting way too close, way too fast, and I'm not dilating. So basically I'm going through pain for no reason. I'm not ready to push, so what's the point of having contractions, basically? So once the new pessary has gone in, obviously the contraction started, and after a couple hours, the doctor comes and checks me, and he's like, you're 1.5 centimeters dilated. So I'm like, what the hell? After all this time I'm contracted, I'm 1.5. So I'm thinking like, bear in mind, you gotta get all the way to 10. So I'm saying no. So eventually the doctor can see that I'm fed up, so he asked me like, do I want him to break my waters at 1.5 centimeters? And I'm like, fuck it, yeah, break it, man, because I'm tired of having these little contractions here and there, breathing and all the kind of stuff. Like, I just want to have the baby, like, I just want to get out of it. So we went upstairs, I went into my room, and they basically said to me that I had like an hour and a half to eat some food, because then after they're going to put me on a drip, which increases the contractions, helps me to dilate, and they're going to break my waters with a hook, a long hook in my fanny. To the room now, and basically the doctor introduced me to my midwife, which I'm so grateful for, guys. She was young, she was 22, she was black. Oh my god, I was so happy. And I had a student midwife with me, with her, sorry. She was also black and young too, so I was so gassed. Guys, you don't understand how happy I was that I didn't get auntie, because I didn't even mention before, but when they was putting in the pessary before, they asked auntie to do, and God, guys, we're gonna have to go to part 2. I will finish the story in part 2, so there won't be more than 2 parts. But yeah, go to part 2 to finish the story.